Today I'm on my way to the airport. I'm going to fly to LA and meet up with a bunch of other automotive YouTubers like Chris Fix, Engineering Explained, Humble Mechanic, and a few others. And we're going to road trip from LA to Vegas for the SEMA show. And if you guys are looking for an off-road video, this isn't it. But if you want to see us drive a bunch of cool cars from LA to Vegas, keep watching. It's gonna be a good time. Road to SEMA. Let's go. Hey guys, we are at day one of Road to SEMA. We are here at the Petersen Museum in Los Angeles, California. We got our Dodge vehicles all lined up over here, showing them off for the crowd. There's a bunch of cool vehicles here, a little drive-in car show. So let's go check them out. We're going to start off our tour in the underground vault, but it's off limits to cameras and we can't show you any of that. So here's a look at some of the other amazing cars that Petersen Museum has to offer.
The registration says it. Je suis en classe.
This is incredible.
It's like it's
Lost right there.
So what is this thing called?
So right here is the Malibu Pier. This is where the Road to SEMA section, the actual road trip part of our trip, is going to begin right here. We drove up today up the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway, and we're gonna head through Malibu Canyon, take a bunch of other back roads and highways. We're gonna try to stay off the interstate as much as possible and have a good time in these Dodge vehicles. Getting a group tutorial on how to use the Campagna. All right, so we are starting our road trip portion, but we're gonna stop off at a Shell station real quick and we're gonna give away some Shell gift cards to some happy people. He's like, what the crap are you doing? Hey, we're with Garage Monkey and Shell, and we're just going to give you a $10 gas card.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah, no problem.
What the heck?
So we're on a road trip. We're driving these Dodge cars to SEMA, and we're just giving away cards.
Aw,
So cool.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You want to get a picture with you?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Lucy.
Lucy?
Awesome. Nice spot. Cool. That went well. Once again, we were missing the Challenger. They didn't make the exit. I think it's because Chris is a non-driver, but you be the judge.
Otherwise, I might look at the other one. Hashtag right here. So we're gonna the road up front. This thing is kind of
So we went ahead and made our first stop, regrouped, everybody's swapping cars. I'm riding shotgun in the Charger so I can get some video of everybody else, and we're going to continue on, find some more good roads between here and Vegas. So we've made it through the canyon and we've finished our little highway session. Now we're about to go do Angeles Forest and go up the mountain.
The edge of the cliff? That's hilarious.
Don't mind those black marks. They were here when we got here. I waited all day for my chance to finally drive the Campagna V13R, and I can tell you this thing absolutely rips. It uses a 122 horsepower Harley motor, so think of it like a TRex with a whole lot more America thrown in there. It weighs in around 1,200 pounds, so it gets down the road pretty quick with that throaty V-twin sound and the 5-speed sequential gearbox. So if you are into turning heads, showing off, and you've got $54,000 to spend, this is a fun little machine to get around in. just when I thought I liked the V13R, I hopped into the TRex and wow, the 1649cc BMW inline 6 engine makes this the race car of the two with the looks to match. The 160 horsepower will push you back into the seat as you bang through all 6 gears and rev it to almost 8,000 RPMs. It will definitely bring a smile to your face. I felt a little safer in this one with it having a roll cage above my head, even though you're driving it about an inch off the ground past 18-wheelers and you're sitting eye level with them. So I kept finding myself wanting to pass every big rig as fast as I could so I wouldn't have to be next to them. So it was a little sketchy on the highway. It was more like riding a roller coaster than it was being in a 3-wheel motorcycle. The T-Rexes start out at around $58,000, which is about $4,000 more than the V13R, but I think it's worth it for the added 40 horsepower and the sporty feel it has and the nice electronics over the V13R. With that being said, if you ever get a chance to drive either one of these Campagna vehicles, you should definitely go for it. So, little update, we are about 100 or so miles from Las Vegas. We've got everybody in different vehicles. Eric the car guy is in the Campagna and he's stalling it out like crazy. It's pretty hilarious. But we're gonna go see if we can figure out how to do this launch control. Launch. Nobody coming.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Launch control. So explain how you just did launch control.
What you do is you put your foot on the brake, you keep the steering wheel straight, and you floor the gas. And then you let your foot off the brake, and it does everything for you.
Drag racing made easy.
Wow. That had some serious pull to it. For an SUV, for any car. Made it. Las Vegas. Sin City.
Alright guys, that is it for Road to SEMA. We had an absolute blast, but I am exhausted. I'm finally back in my own vehicle and heading back to the house to rest up. We had a great time hanging out with all these YouTubers and driving these cars. The V13R and the Campagna TRex are both amazing machines. I had a blast driving those and they absolutely rip and are a rush to drive. The V6 Charger and Durango were no slouches. They have 300 horsepower, so they were really fun to drive, especially when you use the paddle shifters. And the Challenger obviously was fun to drive. I mean, you got that much power in a muscle car. I mean, it is a ready to go muscle car out of the box. Had a blast. That thing has an awesome exhaust note. I could listen to that music to my ears all day long. Never need a radio in that car. But if I had to choose one of the cars, I would choose the SRT Grand Cherokee because it was pretty much a sleeper, had the same motor as what's in the Challenger, and it hauled butt and was probably the fastest SUV I've ever driven. So I would definitely go with that, especially if I could put some exhaust on it and make it sound like the Challenger, then that would be even better. So big thanks to Dodge for hooking us up with the cars, as well as Campagna. They were awesome. Big thanks to Shell. They put all the gas in them and took care of that for the whole trip. Thanks to Garage Monkey for planning the whole deal out. We had a blast. SEMA show was amazing. Be sure to check out the videos we've linked over here so you can watch some of the other videos from SEMA show itself. And make sure you guys get in the description if you want to find out anything more about the sponsors or the other YouTubers that we went along with on the trip. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.